Hi guys, I'm Kasha. Welcome to my channel, to our coffee times together. And today I'm here to talk to you about some of my most anticipated horror movies for 2020. There are many movies that I'm actually interested in, so this list is not a complete list, of course, of all the horror movies that are coming out in 2020, but these are some that I have a little bit higher hopes for, or that I am excited about because I either loved part 1 or because I really loved the book. So let's start.
It's coffee time.
On the 24th of January, we have Theyre Turning. This is a PG-13 supernatural horror film that is based on the novel The Turning of the Screw from 1898 by Henry James. So we have here Steven Spielberg as one of the producers, and as the main roles we find here Mackenzie Davis, whom I adored in Terminator Dark Fate, and Finn Wolfhard, which we know him from the It movies and the Stranger Things Netflix show. The story is kind of like a simple gothic tale. We are basically in a mansion, and there is this new girl that is going there to be the nanny of these orphans that live in the mansion, and then she starts to realize that in that mansion those kids are hiding darker secrets. The trailer looks pretty creepy, and I do recommend to people that don't want to be spoiled not to watch really trailers anymore, because nowadays they all give away too much. But I'm really excited about this one, and I'm going to reread the book and then watch the movie. On the 30th of January we have Gretel and Hansel. Yes, in that order. And this is another PG-13 movie that I have high hopes for. I've always loved the tales from the Brothers Grimm, and those tales are always way darker than most of the versions that we have seen. So I am glad to see that they are going really creepy and really disturbed in this movie, by the looks of the trailer and the promotional posters that we have seen so far. The final trailer came out not long ago. Again, I think it's revealing perhaps a bit too much, but we all know the story. It is about Gretel and Hansel, and they go into the woods one day and they get lost and end up finding this house where a witch is inside, and it looks like, the trailer looks really good. Also, Sophia Lillis plays in this movie. She's another one of the kids from It. She played Beverly in those movies, and I'm excited to see her playing another horror movie. On the 20th of February we have another PG-13 movie. We have Bram's The Boy 2, and this is a direct sequel to the 2016 movie The Boy. I really loved that movie, but if you have watched it and you know how it ends, we all wonder, my friend, how this one is gonna go. In the second installment, Katie Holmes is playing the leading role, and they go back to the mansion and she finds the boy and she befriends this doll. So I just want to see what they do with this story, like I said, because after the first movie I was really not expecting a sequel. On the 28th of February we have The Invisible Man. This was promised that it was gonna be R-rated, but I could not find any specific information like confirming if it's gonna be R-rated or not, but I hope so. And this is based obviously on the novel, loosely. And there was also another movie made called Invisible Man in 1933. So I think it was time to kind of bring back the character, and I'm super excited to see what they're gonna do with this one. We did have something similar called The Hollow Man. If you remember those movies, there was The Hollow Man and The Hollow Man 2. But I'm super excited about this one, and the trailer, it's still very mysterious, so I really want to see this movie. We're following the story of a woman whose abusive husband has committed suicide, but she's kind of in shock and she believes that this is a faked death, and suddenly a series of events, you know, start to make her realize that somebody that she cannot see is coming at her. On the 15th of April, we have Escape Room 2, and the first one was PG-13, so probably this one will be as well. This is supposed to be a direct sequel to the 2019 movie, and it's going to take off exactly where we left, because the first movie kind of ended on a cliffhanger to prepare you for the next movie. So there is no real plot that I could find, but if you've watched part 1, you know what I'm talking about, the cliffhanger. So it's gonna take from there, and I hope that they bring something new into the story. On the 17th of April, we have Antlers, R-rated, and it's based on a novel called The Quiet Boy by Nick Acosta. And one of the things that really wants me to check this movie, apart from being a creature feature that looks really nice from the trailer, is that Guillermo del Toro is one of the producers. Everything he touches I tend to like. Even if he's not the director, I tend to like anything that he's involved in, so I really want to check this one out. We're following a teacher in Oregon and her brother, that it's the sheriff, and they both find this kid is keeping some kind of secrets or is involved in something darker, and they're trying to figure out what's going on with him. And like I said, the trailer looks amazing, looks very atmospheric, and when there's creatures and Guillermo del Toro involved, it tends to work really well. He's great when it comes to designing monsters, so it's fair to say that this is one of the releases that I am most excited about for 2020. On the 12th of June, we have Candyman, and this is supposed to be a spiritual sequel to the 1992 movie. So the first trilogy of Candyman I absolutely adored. When I heard they were going to reboot the franchise, I got a little bit mad because I just wanted to stop touching things that I love from the past. But then they decided to put Jordan Peele as the writer of the script, and I was like, okay, we'll see. And then they did confirm that Tony Todd is coming back as the Candyman, which is one of the things that made me kind of, you know, get excited again about this movie. And Tony Todd, honestly, he can still play this role, so I am thrilled that they did offer him the opportunity to retake this character and that he accepted. And I am now really excited because Jordan Peele and Tony Todd back as a Candyman, I am really excited. I know that Jordan Peele's movies are not for everybody, but I did love Get Out and Us a lot, so I am really excited to see what he did with the story and the myth of the Candyman. On the 10th of July, we have The Perch, Final Night, and this is an R-rated movie. It's going to be the 5th and the last installment on the franchise, and you know, part of me is a bit sad that it's ending, but other part of me understands that it's about time. I don't want this to turn into another Saw franchise kind of thing where the movies are no longer interesting. And I am one of those that really love The Perch. I know either you love it or you hate it, but I am one of those that I'm a sucker for this franchise. I freaking love them. Still favorite one is Anarchy. So yeah, I'm excited for this. I just love the concept of the Perch, and Perch. It just brings me joy. What can I say? On the 13th of August, we have Malignant. And the reason why I'm really excited about this one is because this is a new movie directed by James Wan. And I think because he wanted to direct this one, he gave up the directing for The Conjuring 3, which we will get to that in a second. And this story is based on a graphic novel of his from 2011 called Malignant Man, and basically we're following a patient that is being communicated he has terminal cancer, but one day he realizes that this tumor that he has is actually a parasite, and I believe there's also some supernatural stuff going on. And I'm really excited for this. I'm really pumped. I really like this concept. I really like this story. And I'm really excited to see something different now, completely outside from the Conjuring universe. On the 11th of September, we have The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It. And it is an R-rated movie. And this time it is going to be directed by Michael Chavez. He is the director from The Curse of La Llorona. They said that James Wan was kind of testing him with that one to, you know, give him the rights to direct Conjuring 3. I just hope that they make use of the R rating in this movie because they didn't with Annabelle 3. This serves as a direct sequel to Conjuring and Conjuring 2, and we get back Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga that are returning to their roles as Ed and Lorraine Warren. I am really excited to see it because I really like these two actors together. You know, the Conjuring movies are my favorite ones. The spin-offs, some are okay, some are a little bit boring, but that's what I put this one on this list because I'm hoping that this one is gonna be good. And of course, I could not end this video without mentioning the 16th of October, Halloween Kills. It's going to be a direct sequel to Halloween from 2018, and I'm super excited because we have again Jamie Lee Curtis and Nick Castle retaking their roles as Laurie and Michael Myers, and I freaking love the 2018 Halloween reboot kind of thing. I absolutely loved it, and this new trilogy is very promising, and they've already confirmed that the third and final movie is gonna come out in 2021, and it's going to be called Halloween Ends. And these were some of the horror movies that I am most excited for in this year of 2020. Of course, there are other ones coming out, like the new Saw movie. We have the new kind of, it's not a reboot per se of The Grudge. I've heard it's a little bit disappointing, so yeah, we shall see what else 2020 is bringing us when it comes to horror. Let me know down below, are any of these movies that I mentioned also on your top 10 of horror movies you want to check out this year? Which are the ones that you are most excited for? Let me know in the comments down below. And before you leave, remember, please give the video a big thumbs up for support. And if you're new here, remember to subscribe before you leave and hit the notification bell as well. And if you want to follow me in other social media, I do have Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. The links to those, as always, can be found in the description box down below. And I hope to see you all in the next coffee time. Bye!